On September 1st, Atlanta acquired shortstop Ha-Seong Kim, who had been placed on waivers by Tampa Bay. It was as if they had been waiting for the opportunity, moving with lightning speed. The news of Tampa Bay's waiver and Atlanta's claim broke almost simultaneously. Normally, such decisions require time, but Atlanta showed no hesitation. With their shortstop situation in dire straits, Kim was like rain in a drought. It was practically the equivalent of signing a free agent at the end of the season. Atlanta's offensive production from the shortstop position had been the worst in the league this year. Nick Allen, who started most games, was more of a defensive-minded player. With someone like that locked into the everyday role, the team's offensive production at shortstop inevitably collapsed. This wasn't Allen's fault, it was a failure of the front office roster construction. According to Fangraphs, through August 31st, Atlanta shortstops combined for a batting average of .219 and an on-base percentage of .276. Given the defensive demands of the position, that might have been acceptable, except they hadn't hit a single home run, and their combined slugging percentage was just .257. Their WRC+ was 50. Dead last in MLB, the 29th-ranked Guardians sat at 59, and the 28th-ranked Rockies at 70. For Atlanta, it was a disaster. So when Kim hit the market, Atlanta had no reason to hesitate. He absorbed the remainder of his 2024 salary to $2 million and his guaranteed 2025 salary $16 million. In effect, they took him on for $18 million over roughly 1 year, which isn't expensive at all by today's market standards. A quality shortstop usually commands a long-term deal worth $20 million annually. Kim, in contrast, came with only a short-term commitment, making him a very flexible acquisition. Kim has met Atlanta's expectations perfectly. Having already conceded their postseason hopes, the Braves' season had been dragging along quietly through August. But Kim's arrival finally gave the team something to talk about, and his strong play has sparked optimistic discussion about next season. It offered great value in many ways. Braves fans, long starved of a shortstop who can hit, are savoring the difference. Making his debut on September 2nd, Kim recorded a multi-hit game right away. On the 3rd, he added a home run, remarkably, the first homer by an Atlanta shortstop all season. To think it took until September for that to happen underscores just how refreshing the moment was for Braves fans. In his home debut on September 5th at Truist Park, Kim didn't record a hit but contributed with a sacrifice fly and sharp defense. On the 6th, he logged another multi-hit performance, capturing the spotlight again. On the 7th, he went hitless, but drew a walk and showcased his glove with 2 standout plays, earning applause from the home crowd. In the game notes distributed on September 7th, Atlanta pointed out, Kim collected 2 more hits last night, bringing him to 4 hits and 4 RBs in just 4 games with the Braves. Before he arrived, Atlanta's shortstops combined for only 5 hits across 10 games and 4 RBs across 16 games. The notes continued. On September 6th, Kim recorded 2 batted balls over 100 miles per hour, including one at 105.5 miles per hour. He now owns 3 of the top 5 hardest hit balls by an Atlanta shortstop this season, including the top 2. The implication? Atlanta shortstops hadn't managed even a single triple-digit exit velocity all year. It was a self-deprecating stat, but it showed just how much they are savoring Kim's impact. With this season already lost, the focus naturally shifts to 2025. When Kim signed his 2-year, $29 million guaranteed deal with Tampa Bay before this season, he included an opt-out clause after 2025. If he doesn't exercise it, he'll earn $16 million next year. Atlanta likely assumed that, after an injury-shortened season, Kim would prefer to stay put. But if he continues to shine in September, things could change quickly. Kim could opt out and test free agency, leaving Atlanta back at square one in their search for a shortstop. That's why some fans joke, if Kim plays too well, it becomes a problem. Adding to the intrigue, Kim is represented by Scott Boras, who is well known for steering clients toward free agency rather than extensions. Atlanta has reason to worry. Given all this, voices are growing louder in favor of offering Kim an extension now. A shortstop of his caliber commands at least $16 million annually in today's market. So why not lock him in with a multi-year deal at or above that rate? From Kim's perspective, Atlanta has plenty to offer. The Braves are a prestigious franchise with championship ambitions, a talented core, and a large Korean-American community. It's a good situation, arguably ideal. Even MLB.com weighed in on September 7th, praising Kim's two-way contributions and floating the idea of an extension. Atlanta views Kim as their potential shortstop of the future, but that depends on him. He's represented by Scott Boras, and this offseason's free agent market lacks top shortstops. That means Kim could seek more than the $16 million he's set to earn next year. If he keeps playing well down the stretch, Atlanta may have to put forth a multi-year offer worth at least that much. Atlanta is hooked on what Kim has brought, and now they're wondering how to keep him.